So I thought it was time to do a quick update on progress on the layout. I kind of had a habit of partially scenicking an area and then kind of moving on to the next area, but not doing the details. So I figured I would jump back to some of those partial areas and really kind of finish them off. Of course, you can always add little bits and pieces here and there, but these are pretty much, this is pretty much complete. And this is out of Lewiston along the Snake River headed west. So couple things I've done is kind of talked earlier video, I wanted to be able to display N-scale vehicles. This is a kind of a lower populated area, so you're not going to have a lot of traffic jams. So kind of made my own. But one of the things I've done is added another grade crossing. Now these are crossing towers that I scratch built, and they're modeled after the one that actual protected the Camas Prairie trains as they went down the river. So these are actually hooked to a logic rail Crossing Pro 2, real nice. It's got a bell and then the flashing lights. And then one of the things I've done to all my accessories is I'm adding an on and off switch, so when I power everything up, I don't necessarily have the accessories on if I'm just kind of running trains by myself. So, and then the road was done. It's a little dark, but I kind of want to replicate a newer paved road. And so I use the Woodland Scenics asphalt. It's kind of the only one on the layout that's dark, but kind of represents a newly paved road. And then I use all the graphics that you see. I'll show you here are the highways and byways model railroad graphics. They've got a nice set and they stick really good. I've got them on some other places and none of them have pulled up at this point. So add a lot of signage. These are from scalesigns.com. They add a lot to the scene. And then these are gold medal guardrails, which they're nice guardrails. Unfortunately, they're out of production now. Gold medal models is no longer producing kits. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for guardrails in the future. What I did though is added wood posts to the back. And so that kind of protects the traffic from the gorge and the river. And then, like I said, as we go down, I'll put this one back on straight. As we go down, I added telegraph poles. Now, there weren't any poles along the route on the prototype like this, at least not in the mid-'80s. But because I'm running a proto freelance railroad, this is actually a through freight, or a through line that goes to Boise and has significantly more traffic, I'm gonna eventually signal it. So if you're gonna run signals, you gotta have telegraph poles. So, and then I kind of did a little road work scene here. And this allows me to kind of jam up with my collection of N-scale vehicles. And I ran out of gold medal guardrails, so in lieu of that, I decided to do a scene where they're putting in guardrails. So I took the GHQ Bobcat or skid steer and added a auger, made a scratch-built auger on it, and we've got a little crew there throwing the poles out of the truck and put the poles in the holes and auging. So, and then that mitigates the fact that I don't have any more gold medal models guardrails. So, and then letting traffic through, the infamous flagman, with his slow sign. And these construction signs are also scale signs.com, and I just kind of made a little styrene base for them, kind of portable. And then added this is actually a showcase miniature cantilever tower. They're real nice. It's actually a Southern Pacific prototype because they don't have a Northern Pacific prototype, but it's close enough for government work. And this will actually be a live signal eventually, but because I was kind of working the scene, I wanted to get a signal in. I do need to add a signal cabinet for it. Showcase Venture has some that I've got to order. So, and then only thing I did really to the park is added a dumpster, because if you look at the prototypical scene, there is a dumpster in the parking lot. And so that's a quick update on progress along the Snake River.